our senior senators, Senator Sandy Pappas, because she's very instrumental of getting the memorial bill. Earlier, Mr. Michael Yetao mentioned about this is 16 years in the making. Sandy Pappas was pretty much on the most part of that 16 years. So I know when we do the groundbreak, she's very busy. We do the groundbreak and we also unveil the memorial twice. She weren't able to be with us, but today is a wonderful day that our senior senator Sandy Pappas was able to join us. So thank you. And I also want to acknowledge, our friend in the Republic Vietnam's Armed Force servicemen, President Phan Antoine, for being here as well. We are all allies in the same wars. Welcome to our May 14th, the Hmong Lao SGU Veterans Memorial Ceremony. 43 years ago today was a day of sadness for my Hmong and Lao people, and so as other ethnic groups in Southeast Asia. But for the Hmong and Lao people, May 14th marked the last day of American airlift. About 2,000 soldiers and their family out of the war zone of Long Chang, Laos, to the refugee camp in Thailand. For every Hmong person over the age of 50 would remember that day well. That day, many fought to get in the cramped C-130, whereas most began their escape through the jungle of Laos and across the Mekong River. Thousands had died and never made it to safety. Therefore, it is right for us to come together today to remember the hardship and those who passed away, especially those who fought and lost their lives for the Americans during the Secret War in Laos. Their sacrifice have prevented many young Americans to be sent over to fight in Southeast Asia. Once again, I salute you, the Hmong, Lao SU, and the Royal Lao Army, for your heroism and your sacrifice. Your blood paved the way for our freedom, my freedom, in this country. In this biennium, you wanted this date, May 14th, to be permanently listed in our Minnesota State statute as the Hmong Lao Veteran Memorial Day. My heart is heavy to tell you that the current political atmosphere did not give you the support that you deserve for such honor. So I ask for your patience, even though time is of the essence. Do not be discouraged and continue to celebrate May 14th in honor of your fallen SGU soldier as you had done for decades. No one can stop you from holding this respectable commemoration, especially in this land of liberty, which you have helped protected. On the other hand, do look at the bright side of our progress. This year, our federal government has passed the law allowing our SGU veterans under the Hmong Veterans Naturalization Act of 2000 to be buried in our U.S. National Cemetery. I respectfully congratulate your effort for this long overdue honor. I know you will be here year after year in front of this ever-shining memorial that we built together with the support of our Governor Mark Dayton and the contribution of our community members. When you, the SGU generation, when you are gone, I will be here with my contemporary to remember you, with or without my title as a state senator. And when all of us are gone, our children will remember your legacy. We are blessed to have this Hmong Lao Veteran Memorial here, sitting here, because every day 1,000 people come here to learn about your legacy and your service. So thanks again for your service and your continuing advocacy to give awareness for the secret war in Laos. May you live long, my dear Hmong and Lao, Royal Lao Army and Special Guerrilla Unit. May you live long, as well as the nurses. May they live long as well. And may your children continue to thrive as good and productive citizens of this land. God bless you, God bless your family, and God bless Minnesota. Thank you.
As I'd like to invite one of the public officials to make a common remark. Senator Swan Zensky is welcome.
Thank you. So I was born in 1959 and I graduated high school in 1976. And the reason I'm telling you that is because the first American to die in Vietnam on Vietnam Wall died when I was 1 year old. And the last American to die in that war died when my senior year of high school. And so during my entire formative years as a youth, all I ever saw was the Vietnam War, the Vietnam War, the Vietnam War. Every evening on the news, every day in class, we discussed what was going on, but we never, ever discussed this. This. Not once did we discuss this. As a student, while all this was going on, we never ever discussed what these proud men were up to. And so years later, I became an American history teacher. And I started teaching the Vietnam War long after it had ended. But the difference this time is I was proud to teach this. The thing we didn't talk about while it was happening, unfortunately or fortunately, is now being discussed. Unfortunately, that wasn't discussed then. Fortunately, that we're discussing it now. And for all the teachers out there, on behalf of all the teachers out there that have now made it part of their curriculum because of the hard work of people like you, I'm in honor and it's a privilege to be here this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Senator. And as I always like to invite State Senator Jerry Ralph, he is also a veteran. Thank you. Please welcome.
Well, thank you very much. There's a special place in my heart for the people who took part in the secret war. I fought beside them. I was stationed on the DMZ during the time that they were involved. They were my friends. They were fine soldiers, and they made many sacrifices. But it's my pleasure to be here and to honor the memorial and honor the memory of those who didn't make it back, both from Laos, Cambodia, all of that area, and the Americans that failed to make it back. So thank you very much for having me. It is a great honor, and it was an honor to have served with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Jim Rath. At this moment, I'd like to take this moment to recognize Senator Benham. She also is here. Please welcome Senator Benham to recognize her. And as I'd like to invite State Senator John Hoffman. This man here doesn't need introductions. He's been around with the Hmong community for so many years.
Ocho, when E. Michael Tao said, I want you to spend the next 40 minutes talking about this memorial, I said, absolutely, I'd do it. So, Phong, you need to, first of all, thank you for bringing Phong He to Minnesota, because if you wouldn't have done that, Mr. He, if you wouldn't have brought your son with you, we wouldn't be standing here right now. when I was first elected, I got to meet Fong. The very first day we walked into the Capitol, and Uncle Charles Wu, where are you? There you go. Having a conversation about wouldn't it be nice to finally recognize what the SGU, Lao and Hmong soldiers had done for us. And it was a part of history, and Senator Swedzinski, thank you for reminding us that it's there, but you never, ever, ever get to see that piece of it. And so once you hear about it, once it's in your mind, it's in your heart, and it's in your heart to the point of, Fong, do you remember the first story you told me as we looked at a picture of the landing strip in your hometown, and there was the caves at the bottom that you said you used to play in while the planes would come in. And I could not visually absolutely understand that till I could actually see those pictures of those planes. And it reminds me of when we came out here. From that moment I met Uncle Charles Vu, and thank you for bringing your son here. Fong and I walked across this green bit of land, and we stood right here with Victor Lee, and we turned around and we were looking at the Capitol and trying to envision this, which had been in the making for 14 years. I signed on to that bill. That was one of the first bills I got to sign on to. And then to have the governor and Leroy Stump say, well, if the community can get involved in this, we can match that. And Yi Michael Tao, hats off to you and the community for what you did to bring the business community together with the many, many fundraisers. And the 18 clans, where are those members here? Those were tons and tons and tons of community and family involvement. And Colonel Kai Tao, Colonel Kao, you absolutely got the community together, the Lao community together, and also presented checks as well. And all together, that match exceeded what was supposed to be. Is that correct, Fong? Isn't that amazing? In 2 weeks, I ate more food than you want to ever consider. It was like food, money. That's what it was all about. And then lots of shots. I can't do that anymore, you guys. So I don't know how you do it, but you do it. You can. But in all sincerity, to stand here and to look out at the Capitol, and there are some things that you and I got to dig down and bury under this site that we celebrated. And with that, this should be a moment of celebration. A celebration for freedom, a celebration for being in the country that God created, this freedom that we have. Let's never forsake that. Let's take that always in our heart and live on. In general, thank you for getting out of DC and coming back to Minnesota. And I'm grateful for being part of this. So let's celebrate. Should we? Hats off. Cheers. G. Michael, you want the mic back?
Thank you, Senator Hoffman. I told him he has 40 minutes. I'm making it into 4 minutes. Even though we are ahead of time, the governor should be at 3:40. So while we're waiting, I'd like to invite our senators, Senator Ken Eggers, please put it, say a couple words. And thank you.
Thank you so much, and it really is an honor to be here and to be with you in this great event. Senator Swedzinski was talking about the history, and I also teach history, and we need to remember all the great things that were done by you and the sacrifices that were made for the freedom that we enjoy today. And so this is a wonderful monument for that purpose. We need to continue doing such things to ensure that we never forget the sacrifices that were made. So thank you so much for all that you've done, and thank you for inviting me to this wonderful event.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just have Senator Lucille join us today. Please help me to recognize him, and please also help me to say a couple words. Senator Andrew Matthew.
Thank you very much. This is a wonderful event. I'm glad that Senator Herr let us know about it. And this makes my heart swell with pride. I am so grateful to see all of you men and women that fought for our country. And the little things that I can do are they pale in comparison to the great sacrifices that you have made. Before I was elected, my job was being a federal veterans caseworker to help serve our men and women in uniform that have come home. And I met some of the most amazing people that I've ever met during that time. Every situation, every circumstance was just an incredible opportunity to serve, an incredible opportunity to reach out and try to get them what they are owed from our country as a result of their service. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to each one of you. This memorial is just a wonderful tribute to the work that you have done for this great country. And this makes my heart swell with pride. I am so grateful to see a picture like this for our great country. So thank you, Senator Herr, for letting us know about this, to celebrate this today. And God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Remember in 2013 when Senator Fuller called me and he said, Michael, I have bad news and good news to you. And then I said, what is it? So the governor challenged Senator Fuller, saying that if you can raise $80,000 by end of December 31st, then I'll help you sponsor the bill, the minimum bill. So
Governor, good to see you.
Senator Fuller was so excited, so he walked out of the office. He called me and said, Michael, I get bad news and good news for you. And I said, okay, good news, bad news, let's spit it out. So Senator said, the good news is Governor Mark Dayton will sponsor the bill. The bad news is you have less than 30 days to raise $85,000. And so I paused for a moment, then I said, done, we'll make that happen. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our great governor, former U.S. Senator, and our great governor, Mark Dayton, to the podium.
I'm very honored to be here with all of you. Yours is louder than mine is. I'm very honored to be here with all of you. Pay tribute to you and your family members and your compatriots who made incredible sacrifices on behalf of the American cause in Southeast Asia in the 1960s and 1970s.
我要 Governor 中些的我摸着给中些看到被写的叫我不都搞这边的年的谁我也想都叫我们大家叫我都写到这啥
The so-called secret war was not a secret to all of you who are living there, going through that hardship, fighting there on behalf of the cause of freedom.
secret 都得叫他们这些 secret 的新疆的北路得叫这些 secret 被鸟的被要叫我到了查那个北路得叫
And of course, after the United States pulled out, unspeakable brutality and horror was inflicted upon many of you, your loved ones, your friends, your neighbors. Just unspeakable inhumanity, brutality, and horror was visited on you as the bitter legacy of what was left behind.
心里头啊，你看头北路得叫了，你就蒙头去扫，你到这个时年，要我这个去帮的。
Fortunately for all of us, some 80,000 of you and your country, men and women, have made your home here in Minnesota. We're very honored and proud that you did.
这是这种写出来的，莫在里下就一个写，杜蒙塞明的说大我你这里头里的我别的讲了。
Making enormously important contributions
chỉ là cái tổ nhau đó sẽ là cái tổ sơ lu tây lu trở cái tổ sơ lu community cái tổ sơ lu cái lu rõ trong xe chắc là
Make enormously important contributions to our state, to the well-being of our communities, our citizens, such as Senator Her and other leaders, Hmong Laotian leaders who have led the way and shown what this state can become, what it was before, even better now, thanks to all of you and your presence here.
xe li tổ nên sẽ là tốt sao nên tốt sơ lu cái lu rõ nên ở lu cái lu rõ rong cha li học cố là nên sơ tổ bị chữ thì Senator phòng giờ ít tụ bỏ我的路线路上的种下来，也等待着种下那边。
All the legislators who are here, who are honoring you as well, on behalf of all of us, we say to you, we welcome you as our friends and neighbors. We are thankful that you're Minnesotans, and we again pay tribute to you for the enormous sacrifices you made on behalf of all of our shared goals for freedom for this world.
但他必须的那股那都但那叫我比较恼多少呢？让谁在岛内是的叫我念着自己那比较公路这路上呢，多鸟的路来民斯坦呢，多鸟的路啊，这个呢。
Well, I'm going to apologize now for my departure. I have a very important engagement with my two grandsons, who are ages 5 and 1. And the 5-year-old just learned to tell time. If I'm not there on time, I'm in big trouble.
那他是说了，古多累了的古嘛，奥多甚至体重多上，要古进家路学的了，要话有些很，太多累了他是。
It's my great honor as Governor of Minnesota. I won't read all of this, but to proclaim today, May 14th, 2018, as Minnesota Special Guerrilla Unit Hmong and Lao Memorial Day throughout the state of Minnesota. Congratulations, and again, thank you.
我这次来弄了，我要governor 我弄了那个包，这个比较有趣。
And thank you to our great governors. And after the pizza taking, we also have two gifts to give to the governor. And one gift will be presented by our great former General Suchai, and also one is also presented by Senator Fong He. So those who have the gift, please bring it forward. And next, we'd like to invite our great former General Suchai to come over and present a medal to our great governors, Mark Daytons.
Hmong community and Laotian community in the state of Minnesota, we offer you is in a great honor. My name is Suchai Rosan. I am former General of the Royal Lao Army.
Thank you very much. Very honored and proud to receive this award, and I look forward to displaying it in my office. You'll have to all come and visit and see it there and proudly displayed. Thank you.
Thank you.
你说现在我做，但到那时候不要么可能就不会好 complete，下一种要做的不够很干。
Governor, if I can take a little time to explain the medal that General Suchai present to you. That's one of the highest medal of honor from the country of Laos, and so it deeply show how much we are in your gratitude of helping the Hmong and Lao community build this veteran memorial. And we would like you to actually continue serving as governor of our state, but looks like this will be a year that you decide to retire. But we wish you good health, and at the same time, we also have this cultural gift present to you from the Lao Hmong veterans, but they give me the honor to present to you, and I would like you to open it and show everybody what's inside.
Amazing, you're giving a present to somebody who told you had to raise $88,000 in 30 days. This is where I need my 5-year-old grandson. He can open one of these boxes in 10 seconds.
And Governor, this is a traditional Hmong necklace. You can frame it or you can wear it as well. Thank you very much. This is a symbol of our friendship and symbol of our gratitude to you, working in partnership with the Hmong and Lao community to get the memorial built. And the community never forget your leadership and your support of honoring the Hmong and Lao soldier and their sacrifice. Thank you, Governor.
Sosia muya dendu she muala tu wana ya paluna chulang de te sa tao jang tua tia la nyo wa lu nang ku ta ja she po tao jong nhìn địa tê tao cha